Just spoken to Costa, and you're putting the old band back together, are you, Ange?
Who's that?
Mitch Nichol's here now. Costa, Barbarouses. You're going to be playing an Orange soon.
Oh, I think that's a bit of a stretch, mate. I think Costa's moved on a fair bit since the Brisbane days. No, look, I mean, it's obviously pleasing to get him back. Always with recruiting, part of the process is how well you know the player, and I know Costa really well, and obviously having worked with him up in Brisbane, and to be honest, I've lost track of him the last couple of years, but whilst over in Europe at the end of last season, I was actually went to watch a game to watch somebody else play, and he was playing for Panathinaikos, and thought he was best on ground, but it certainly wasn't in our sights then, and so when it came across the radar about a week ago, I was really happy to snap him up because I'd seen him play recently more than anything else. Obviously, I knew him as a footballer, but seeing him play recently, he's still looking sharp.
When you had him in Brisbane, he was small, sharp, quick, direct, always buzzing around. Has he changed at all, or is he still essentially that sort of player, but perhaps a bit more refined?
He's still small.
Yeah.
He hasn't grown at all. Look, I think he's obviously going to be a little bit more mature, and he's probably had some life experiences that are around him off more than sort of in terms of his playing ability. But as I said, I watched him play. It was the end of May, and playing first division for Panathinaikos at a really good level, and he still had all those attributes. But like I said, I think he looked a more mature player, which you'd expect 3 years on.
I suppose a lot of people who look at him say he's a Kiwi forward. He'll step in and seamlessly replace Marco Rojas, but different types of player in your view? Oh,
no doubt, yeah, different types of players. Both real threatening in the front third, which is great for us because obviously losing Marco last year, he was a real threat in the final third, and Costa is the same, different type of threat, but certainly he can score goals. He's already proven it in this league, and I know he can play the type of football we want to play. So as I said, there's as much as recruiting sometimes a little bit of a guessing game, there's some certainty around this one that I was really pleased to get him on board.
More of a direct player, would you say, than
Oh, no, I don't think so. I think just a different type, I think, look, with Marco, we kind of reshaped his game a little bit last year and not changed him as a player, but changed his role. With Costa, I think, he's probably a little bit more robust than Marco was, so won't be afraid to play in tight areas. Whereas with Marco, we tended to try and get him into space as much as possible. So, as I said, different type of player, but within our system will work well.
Mm-hmm. Does having Mitch Nicholls and now Costa in the squad mean you might consider changing tactics or formations, or are they going to fit into the same structure you're using last year?
No, we signed players to fit into our structure, and as I said, I'm confident both those guys will do that. We're not going to change the way we play. What we're trying to do is improve the way we play, and the players we've brought in so far, I think, will help us do that.
You're committed to continuing with Mark Milligan as a midfielder. You wouldn't look at dropping him to play at the back?
No. Millsy's, he had a fantastic year for us, and last year. But again, he sort of came in late in the piece last year, and I think it took him a little while to get going, probably because we played him at the back. But we're looking for a big year from him this year. I think there's massive improvement in him. He's had a tough off season. Him, Archie, our young Socceroos haven't really had a break, so we gave them a couple of weeks off the last couple of weeks. So they're back in today, and like I said, 2 months out from the season gives us good time to get them back involved, and we're certainly looking at Millsy to really lead in that midfield area.
Been a bit of stuff in the off-season linking Milligan after the Socceroos camp with moves away again. You confident you'll be here to be a key part of your team this season?
As I stand here right now, yeah, I am. He's contracted for another 2 years, and we see him as a very important part of what we're building here. So at this point in time, and unless something changes, things change pretty quickly in our game, but we value him very, very highly, and if somebody was to look to prize him away from us, then we'd expect them to meet our valuation of him.
There was a report overnight that Crystal Palace have come back in with a $1.5 million bid. Can you confirm or deny if that's true or not?
I can deny that, yeah.
How much would it take to take him away?
Well, I'm not really sure, because we haven't got a for sale sign up. Somebody knocks on your door, says, I want your house. Do you give them a price? You tell them what you want. What do they want to give? So we're just not, it's look, I understand that, Millsy's, a highly sought after player, which is fantastic. But he respects the fact, and he does. He really enjoyed his time with his football club. He loves the fans, he loves being part of it, and he understands that he's in this position because of this football club. So, again, there's a whole range of things that, we've got a responsibility to our supporters. We're going to have 20-odd thousand members this year. We're going to have 50,000 at our first game. I take that responsibility very seriously. So, he's the best player at our club. I think he's the best player in the country at the moment. So, I don't think we need to be out there trying to flog him, and we're certainly not doing it for the money.